Normally you say, "Are you ready? Are you ready?"
Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl, Geek, and Gay, the show that didn't write an opening joke, not because we're lazy, but because we stand in solidarity with the strike. That's my story, and I'm sticking
What
to
strike? No, I'm just joking. I know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I said I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Jose, and with me is the beautiful Stephanie
Hello.
and the lovely Jaime.
Hi.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
Hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The air conditioner's been off for like 5 minutes and it's hot in here already. So, yeah.
Luckily, I feel fine, even though I'm in long sleeves.
Yeah.
Why are you in long sleeves? Why are you in long sleeves?
When I had my outfit already picked out, but then I did my makeup and it didn't match. So I changed, and this is the closest thing I found.
Cute.
So.
Yeah,
It's really
makeup
cute.
looks good.
Thank
yes.
you.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't do
it's
my makeup.
warm. What?
Makeup?
What?
Yes.
Yes, we're high. You're low.
I'm getting down.
Okay.
You okay, Steph?
I'm fine. What's in those cookies?
Don't ask.
Seriously.
That's all I'm saying. So,
We're
it's
good.
been a while?
Yes, it has been a while. It's awkward.
Awkward.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Rude.
No, not at all. Yeah, it has been a while. There's been a lot that we've all gone through.
I know, but how was Japan?
It was great. Honestly, I really love Japan. Like that, we did so much in Japan in 8 days. And
I have played a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. It's almost the same thing.
racist, but so we had a great tour guide. His name was Saigo. Really friendly guy, really great. I was kind of a chaperone because we're going through his school, so through Adolfos school. So that was fun. Like I got a lot of praise for how well I dealt with the kids, which I'm like cool.
You kicked them on.
I kicked them all. Yes. No, they're teenagers, so a lot of
Could take a hit.
a lot of like the way that you have to be with teenagers, in my opinion, is like if they give you sass, give them sass back. You know, like
right?
Well, you can't let yourself be punked by a kid, right?
Yeah.
So because if you let yourself get punked by a kid, especially when there's like 20 of them, they're gonna all try to punk you. You know, so you gotta
Right.
punk them back, make them feel small. Made a few of them cry. No, I'm just kidding. No. But it was a lot. It was a great time. Really great time. I've always had kind of some skin conditions, like just random skin conditions, like throughout my life. Apparently, my body does not like heat, especially 90% humidity heat in Japan. And I actually broke out in what is it called?
Hives?
Heat rash. There you go.
Oh,
heat rash. Yeah.
rash.
Yeah, and now I'm like peeling. My hands have been
Sexy.
peeling. It's not sexy at all. But in case, my hands are peeling.
I mean,
I assume it's related to the heat rash.
you might want to use lotion. That's all
I
I'm
have
saying.
been using lotion, but it's like it started at my fingertips and now it's all the way down to like my palms.
I'm like,
so.
the last time I seen you,
It was just the fingertips.
Yeah.
Well, the fingertips are kind of clear now, which is the good
Yeah,
part.
that is clear.
Kind of. Yeah, they're
But it
much
wasn't
better.
on your palms.
It wasn't on my palms, but it did start like up here, went down this way. And the reason I say it's in relation to the heat rash and not like some fishing bacteria or anything like that is because it's
Just
also
not all
happening.
the copious amounts of masturbation.
No, it's also I take breaks. I moisturize. No, but
Definitely use lotion for that, right?
anyway, it's also on my toes. Like it's also, and that's where the fever, the heat rash started, is like on my legs and my toes. You know, I'm very paranoid. Like I honestly thought like I caught some, like I accidentally touched somebody's elbow and I caught some like flesh eating bacteria. Like I'm not even kidding you. But just after like looking it up and doing some research, it was like, all right, it's a heat rash. No joke. The day we landed, by that evening, by that like waking up at like 1 a.m. because of the time difference, it was already like all clear. Like I didn't have any heat rash, even though the day before, like I was covered, like my elbows, my legs was covered in heat rash, and it's sorry.
No,
It was so
they're kind
unexpected.
of doing it for me.
It was just so
Go on.
unexpected. It was so random.
How
But
hot did you say it was?
it was 80. It was like 85 to 89 degrees, at like based on the day, right? And then 90% humidity.
90%. You could drink the air.
You felt like you were swimming. You could stand at the airport and be covered in sweat just because you were standing there, right? Not only that, but Japan does not believe in air conditioning.
They make the best electronics.
Well, they make the best everything. Actually, I bought, and it's funny you say that because I did buy a portable charger from out there because I had an American one and it wasn't working for shit. So I bought one out there for myself. That shit's working amazing compared to the one that I had, But maybe they're used to the humidity and the heat because they don't sweat. Like those people are like fine, But like even the airline, I told Adolfo I never want to fly with that airline again.
Why?
Because they had no air conditioning on the airplane. Like I was like, what the?
You had to bring a portable fan.
Because normally they have the little vent things that you can point the air at you. No, they're like, fuck you. You're gonna be our temperature.
Yeah, they have the air conditioners, but they don't turn them on.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, even on the airplane?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't, like even the tour bus that we were in.
Well, the tour bus, thankfully, they did it a lot.
They turn it on because we asked.
Because they heard us complaining. Yeah, we're dying.
But other than that, the subway, the trains, the
They
hotels.
don't turn them on.
They don't turn anything on.
I don't recommend going in the summer. If you guys ever decide to go to Japan, summer is not it. Don't go.
Winter it is.
Or even the spring, like maybe February, March time is much nicer. Because when we went, well, I guess February, March, April. When we went, it was in spring the first time, and only like the last day that we were there was probably the warmest. Or one day that we went to the park was like the warmest, and but it wasn't as humid. But other than that, we saw a lot of great things, a lot of temples, a lot of Tokyo, a lot of Osaka towards the end. Like we want to see so much more of Osaka now too, but a lot of like really fun things. And we went to a Pokemon Center too. That's why my Alcremie is right here. Leave my Alcremie alone. Thank you. It was fun. It was a great time. I'm happy we went again.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
How you guys been?
Stephanie?
I've been dying out here
Oh.
because I work outside.
Yeah.
And I can't find my neck fan.
Oh, is that what those things are?
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure it out.
Can't find it.
Okay.
I have no idea. A lot of people thought it was my headphones, but I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's just my neck fan.
Because they
It's
look like
gone.
headphones. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then my wife broke my 64-ounce water bottle.
Oh no.
She went to go
kicked it?
grab the lid and it snapped. So I was like, my water. The one time I do drink water is when I'm outside.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've had to clean 5 apartments.
A bunch of people moved out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no, they're moving in.
Oh, okay.
So I have to clean them before they move in. And some of the air conditioning don't kick on right away. So I'm in this stuffy ass apartment. I'm like, oh my gosh. But some of them I had to keep the windows open because they reglazed the bathtub. So that smell is just super strong. It's been chaotic.
Yeah.
But at home, it's been great.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's cool.
having a lot of fun with my family. But
Yeah.
work-wise, no, I cannot stand summer. Cannot stand
I
it.
feel you. Yeah. Aren't you watching something right now or playing something? Didn't you mention playing something or watching something?
Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, watching Demon Slayer.
Like,
Yeah.
I know nothing about that.
I've talked about it before.
Yes, but like not really. Like you haven't gone into detail about what it is. Like just that you watch it mostly.
Oh yeah,
That's where Tanjiro is from, right?
Yes.
Okay.
See, what's a Tanjiro?
that's the
That's what she's modeled after.
no,
Your character. That's not Tanjiro?
not today.
No, I mean no, not today, but her animated thing
Yeah.
that we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tanjiro is one of the main characters.
One of the main demon slayers?
Yes.
Okay.
So the main demon, Muzan, had created demons, and a demon happened to go into, because Tanjiro, his family they're coal makers or coal sellers, something with coal.
Okay.
Can't remember. That was a while ago.
Great source of energy, I hear.
Yeah. So he was out trying to sell coal to the village to make money for his family because the father passed away. So it's him and his siblings and his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He gets back and notices it's all dark, and
Because it's nighttime?
kind of, but
Demons.
yeah,
I haven't even seen the show, and I know that.
and so he notices it's super quiet because his family, they're very loud, and just how most families are with each other, either fighting or playing. So he goes back and notices they're all slaughtered.
Dang.
That's
And
a choice.
and then the demon is still there. And so he's over here trying to fight it off, and then his sister actually became a demon.
Oh,
And
crazy.
so one of the main, I can't figure out how to pronounce it, Hashira, they're like the top demon slayers. And one of them actually came and saved him, and he went to go attack Nezuko, who was the sister, but Tanjiro stopped it, and then, I don't know, she ended up trying to protect him, but she wasn't normal, like a normal demon where she would attack. She would only protect her brother. So the main purpose is for him to become a demon slayer to find a way to get her back to being human.
Oh,
Okay.
So that was like the first season.
cool.
And then as he's going through his training, we lose people, and
Yeah.
so devastating. And then
Is it on Hulu as well, or no?
it is.
Yeah.
But I just subscribed to Crunchyroll, so
Yeah.
I get all of it now.
That's cool.
Do you watch it is it subbed or dubbed?
Both.
Okay.
Which way do you watch it?
Sub.
Sub. Yeah.
Because I like reading.
Loser.
I was like,
It's better.
yeah, you get there's more. It makes more sense. I like that a lot of the dubs that are coming out now though are more like aligned with the story as opposed to some American BS. You know, Attack on Titan I've gotten really into like in the last like 2 weeks because I just really want to see it. Like I really like that first season, and I've been listening to the dub, and it's really good compared to what I like knew of different anime before. So because I would watch a sub just to get more out of the story as well.
Right.
But I'm able to pay more attention now with the dub that I'm listening to it now. So it's really good though. Oh my God.
I just finished Attack on Titan.
Oh, all of it?
I didn't finish the last episode because the last episode is only sub.
Oh.
And I was just like, you know what? I don't need to know what happens that bad.
On Hulu?
Yes.
Damn it.
But see, like with Demon Slayer, I was watching the dub like for this current season that just came out.
Yeah.
And it's only up to 7 episodes when it's actually 11.
Oh, like they actually cut like episodes out?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't, unless they're just streaming it differently. I have no idea. But yeah, I was like, you know what? F the dubs. I'm going back to sub. So I went and I got to finish the whole season.
Yeah. I guess the hard part would be too is like hearing a whole different voice cast when you got used to watching. Damn. Yeah, but I'm on season 2 right now of Attack on
I
Titan.
think there's only 4.
Yeah, there's only 4. And season 2 is only
They're
like,
like 85 episodes each or whatever.
no, it's not.
It feels like it.
The first season was really good, man. I guess because I like the dramatics of all the slaughters. I don't mean to like that, but
Some of their voices are so annoying.
the dubs.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's one girl in season 4 that every time she speaks, like it's nails on a chalkboard.
You know, they did that with Krista in season 2. Do you remember Krista? Well, don't spoil it for me because I'm
I
not
don't
that
know
far ahead.
names.
Historia, do you remember Historia? So
That one sounds familiar.
So she did the same person. She did the same person because that was like kind of like the plot of that season. What? Oh, damn! I'm over here spoiling it. Too.
I saw it, so.
No, I know, but for Steph.
I saw the first episode. And it was very sad.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, that
very
was.
sad.
It
It was very.
I don't think
sad.
I'm ready for this darkness right now.
Yeah, I guess I like really dark anime. Like I don't mind anime that pushes that because I really like. I'm not saying I'm super excited by it, but it's like it captures you and keeps you like engaged. But they did a dub with Krista's voice, and her voice is so high pitched in this one as opposed to the sub that I was listening to, that it just kind of makes me like, oh girl, stop screaming, like why are you screaming so much? But yeah, it was just the thought. I like the Titans, they're so crazy.
Okay, so I noticed, and I think this was just one episode, first they're all muscle, and then all of a sudden, I guess how many people they eat, they get human flesh.
No.
Oh no,
Over the years?
there's well, some of them. Okay, so there's Titans that are like almost like they call them like variations. Oh, it's not even variations. What do they call them?
The
Like
special.
they're like different Titans, right? So some of them are different. Like one of them is called the armored one. So he looks kind of like flesh, but he actually has like armor like on top of the flesh. So he looks like you can see the muscles kind of, and then you can see the armor on top of the flesh. Then there's the gigantic one, or what is that one called?
Colossal.
The colossal one. That one looks like pure muscle, but he's
Right.
giant. Like he's extra giant. There's one that looks like Bigfoot. That's like one of the bigger ones that they've seen too. There was like a really athletic one. Those are like special kinds of Titans. Gotcha. But the Titans are like humanoid looking to begin with. And they kind of walk. Oh, so creepy.
They are creepy.
They're so
and
creepy.
then the way they smile.
Yeah,
it's
did
like,
you see that post that I posted yesterday or the day before? It's a really creepy like scene. Let me see if I can grab it real quick.
I don't think I did.
Wow, stuff. Just
Sorry.
No,
I'm like, was that? No, I was out.
oh, it's gonna play quickly, but
All right, so we'll all just be quiet here.
Yeah, that is creepy.
yeah, silently. It's only like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
remember like at some point, like one of my friends suggested Full Metal Alchemist.
It was good.
Like, it's a really good one. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. And then like I think like episode 3 was like super sad.
Oh yeah, I know which episode
And-
you're talking
yeah,
about.
and I'm just like, no, I can't. Like that was
Yeah.
a really good episode, but I'm just not. I don't have the mindset to watch this right now.
Yeah.
Good.
Got
just-
you.
Yeah, no,
That was a really depressing episode.
it was really good.
Yeah.
You know.
Was it the one with the dog?
Yes.
And the girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, can't do it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think I'm ready to go on to that one
Yeah,
yet.
it's dark. It's really dark. It is really dark. I get you guys. There's a remake of it. It's called Brotherhood. So it's like it's cut down, which is
Yeah.
much better. That's the one I saw.
I think that's the one I'm watching,
Yeah,
but I'm not sure.
yeah. I like that. I like when they redo them to make like just be more simple. You know, like there's an actual ending to it. You know, so I like that. Type
And they
of
like
anime.
streamline the storyline as opposed to having all these filler episodes.
Yeah, it's so much better. It is so much better when they do that for sure. Yeah. How are you, Jose?
I'm good. I'm
How's-
doing much better.
How's your weeks been?
So I got super sick, and for the first time ever, I think it's for the first time ever. I don't think it's ever happened before, but I lost my voice.
Oh, what?
Completely gone.
What was it? Did you go to the doctor?
No.
Jose.
But look, I lost my voice before I got sick. Randomly.
Oh.
Just randomly.
That didn't
And
scare
then-
you?
No. And like I was so intrigued by it that because I was at work when I realized that I had no voice. You know, everything just sounded like squeaks.
Oh my god.
So I just started singing along with the radio because it just sounded so funny to me.
Did you record it?
No.
Why?
I don't know how to think of it. But
Oh
it just,
my god.
yeah, it was just funny. But yeah, and then I got sick for a little bit.
Was it COVID?
No.
Oh.
Then afterwards, I had to go renew my driver's license. So I went on Friday, right? Because it expires on Tuesday.
Why'd you wait so long?
I don't know.
You're such a man. You're such a
Like,
man.
here's the thing. So I went, and then they're like, well, you have to retake all your tests. And I'm like, fuck.
That's what you get. That's what you
Because
get.
there's fucking 4 tests that I have to retake.
Oh, because you had like a class something.
Yeah, the Class A license.
Yeah.
So but the lady was like, you got 2 tests that you need to take. So I was like, all right, I could knock out 2 tests, right? When I logged into the computer they have, all 4 tests came out.
Oh.
So I went to ask like which ones did I have to take, and they're like, you have to take all of them. So by the time I got back to the computer, it timed out and it said you failed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't even click on any fucking test. Like, how are you giving me a failure?
Yeah.
Right?
They thought you were cheating.
Apparently. So I took the first test for my Class A license, which is the longest. It says 50 fucking questions. Right? Passed that one. I failed my Class C.
No.
The Class C one. The regular
one,
driving
yeah.
test.
Wow.
I failed that one.
I can see that.
So some of the questions they would ask were very similar to other questions they had asked previously. like one of them was about the blood alcohol level, and the answer was 0.001. Right, I got that one right. And then they asked another question that seemed very similar. To me, it seemed like the same question.
Just reworded.
Yeah. So again, I picked the 0.001, but the answer was 0.008, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck changed?
What was the difference?
I don't know.
Oh.
I still don't know. But when I felt that one, I was like, you know what? I think I only get 3 failures. I don't want to risk anything else. I'm just gonna go home and go through the actual paperwork and do everything. Then they're like, well, you get 3 per test, and I was like, okay. But now I just want to go home.
Right.
So I went home, and my buddy sent me this app, right, where you could see the test, like, and take the test. I aced every single one of them.
Oh.
But none of them seemed like the questions that I was being asked either.
Oh.
But I did like multiple tests, right? I only got like 2 or 3 wrong.
To practice?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm
Have you
gonna
gone
go
back?
tomorrow.
Oh my
No, 'cause
god.
on Friday.
Oh, okay.
They're closed Saturday, Sunday.
What day is it today? Sunday, like you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm over here thinking. That's it.
But also, so we've talked about how I'm not a fan of ASMR, right?
Right.
I found one that I got really into, which is it's called like brain ASMR, and it's just like it was this woman who the way she was speaking, and she would like bring out colored markers and be like, what color is this? What color is this? What color is this?
Oh,
What
I've
color
seen
is that?
that.
What color is that? And then like, okay, look over here, like, well, what color was the shirt that this guy was wearing? And I'm sitting there like I was so into it, right?
Okay.
I was just like a child. I'm like blue, red, orange, yellow, yellow.
Wait, but
green.
I don't think that's ASMR though.
But it was.
It was?
Yeah.
Because isn't it supposed to like help you with what do you call it?
Cognitive?
Or like sensory like if you're
That's the S in ASMR.
oh shit. I didn't think about that. It helps with like if you have like sensory overload, doesn't it help you focus?
I don't know.
Isn't that what the whole point of the video
I don't know,
was?
but I got into it.
You like colors. Anyway.
Yeah, that. Also watched the Craven trailer, Craven the Hunter.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
It
did
doesn't
I.
look good.
It does not look good. It does not look good.
Like at all.
Never heard of it.
It's a Spider-Man character that they're trying to make into like a spin-off movie. So he's a Spider-Man villain. Like they're supposed to be like nemesis, you know. I mean, then again, like most of his villains are kind of supposed to be like that. But he's like a hunter, so he's trying to hunt Spider-Man a lot through because of that. But yeah, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. Why is it Morbius, by the way? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It does not look good at all.
Yeah.
So Sony is just, since Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man live action. Well, Spider-Man movies mostly.
Yeah.
They've been trying to expand their Spider-Verse, which is why we got Morbius.
We're
Terrible
getting Madam Web. So Craven
the Hunter.
We're getting one out of a wrestler, El Luchador.
El Muerto.
El Muerto. You know, it's like they're picking villains and giving them like spin-off movies for themselves. Like and it's not necessary. Like it's really not necessary. Morbius was so bad. It was so bad. This one, there was a scene in the trailer where he like bites a guy's nose off. And it's like, really, bro? Like, like he's not Morbius, you know? So it was odd because it feels like it's almost the same movie to me. Like that's what it felt like, you know, just watching the trailer off of it. What'd you think?
It does not look good, like at all. And Craven is a great villain. He's a great villain. But just, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
That's bad.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you though?
Just watch the
Just to
trailer.
see
Yeah, just watch
what
the
you're
trailer.
talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm on the same page.
Got you. Yeah, watch the trailer, but that's all you need to watch. Don't ever watch Morbius. It's not worth it. Unless it's free. Then you can watch it. You probably have
think
it
it's on
streaming.
Netflix.
I was gonna say it's probably
Like,
on
it's
Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
I've
you can
seen it.
You can see
Well,
it.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen it.
Yeah. So I mean, you can watch it. It's just bad. So
Jared Leto needs to stop. The other day, I was finishing work, right? All I had to do was get back, pick up my car, and go home. And I get a call from my boss who's like, hey, I need you to go over here to Moreno Valley because one of the other drivers just flipped over.
Oh,
Right.
Goodness.
Yeah. So I was like, where? And he goes, I'm not sure, but he's about a mile out from the Moreno Valley store. And I'm like, I know where. Like, I know exactly where he's at.
oh, because of the curb.
Yeah. It's a traffic circle. And sure enough, that's exactly where he flipped over.
Wow.
And then dude tries to say that he was going 5 miles per hour. And I'm like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. And
I remember how bad of a day you were having that day.
Yeah, and then not just that, like then he tries to gaslight me, and he's like, "Yeah, man, if I was going that fast, you'd see skid marks over there. You don't see anything." And I look over, I'm all like, "They're right there, bro. Like I could see them. My eyes were like, why are you lying to me?"
Why was he lying to you though? Like,
I don't know.
Like you're not like the guy is gonna get him in trouble or anything like
I don't
that,
care.
right? Yeah, exactly. So like, why lie to you?
Right.
So weird. People are so weird.
Is that
Yeah.
the one where you were recording?
Yeah.
And how he was having a really bad day.
I just wanted to go home. I was tired. I had to be
Yeah.
awake at like 9 a.m. that day, and I was gonna finish around 4, right?
Yeah.
Which is good enough. I can get enough sleep on that, but no. Like just because of this, and I got screwed over.
Why did you have to be up at 9? Something like for
Yeah, I had something to do.
okay. Oh, okay. got
And
it.
it was Plus, this was a Friday night to go on to my weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there was a guy that flipped over his truck, but
he was fine.
yeah, that's crazy though. That's
Yeah.
crazy. My brother's flipped over a truck. My oldest brother flipped over a truck once.
Damn.
I don't know the specifics, but I think it was whatever he was on.
Did he die?
He didn't die. No, what the fuck? No, he didn't die. Imagine. He's dead. He's dead now.
I can't remember where we were going, but we were crossing through Gilroy.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, you just see it. It was wobbling and then it fell down. The trailer fell down. And then, I don't know, it was like, what do you call the front part?
Tractor?
Okay. Well, that was still standing, but the trailer part fell.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, that fell and exploded.
Oh shit! What was in it?
I have no idea. And so we
Damn.
were just standing, like, not standing there. We were just in the car, like, what did we just witness right now? And then you just see the person climbing out, running. And I was like, no offense, but let's just go. I don't want to get exploded on or anything. So we drove away. And
Yeah.
then maybe an hour later, I don't know where we were, there was another car on fire.
What the heck?
We saw 3 vehicles on fire that day
Yeah.
Wow.
in different cities. I don't know. But
I
that
feel like it was you.
maybe
Were you setting
just
cars
blowing
on fire?
up.
Or no?
with my mind.
Just setting cars on fire. Reminding me when San Diego was trying to keep me in San Diego by like causing all this traffic. I was like, no, I'm
Kind
not
of like
doing
the Truman
it.
Show.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, like there was a bunch of broken down cars like on the way back home. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, no, I'm going home. No shit.
Have you guys checked out Threads?
No. What is it on again?
It's its own app,
Oh,
basically.
what?
Yeah.
It's a app called Threads.
Yes.
Oh, do you watch it?
No, it's the Twitter killer, basically. That's what people are calling the Twitter killer.
I was like, I don't even know what that is. Is it clothing? Like, what
It's
is it?
basically Twitter.
I thought it was a TV
Okay.
show. I thought it was a TV show. No.
No, yeah, it's basically Twitter.
I'm thinking he's talking like Stitch Fix or something.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What kind of outfit?
Yes, I was never a fan of Twitter. I'm enjoying Threads though.
So random.
I know it was weird because again, I'm not that interested in what other people have to say usually.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, I was enjoying it. People are posting cool stuff. So
Cool.
yeah, no, I was just asking.
No,
But-
yeah. I'm just like, I guess the whole social media thing for me is just kind of like, I don't care about social media that much anymore. You know, because like I wasn't using Twitter for anything important, you know? So I only really use Instagram to like post pictures, and even my Facebook, like I don't have an app. I just go to the browser sometimes to see if there's anything shared. My account, sometimes I turn it off altogether. So yeah, I don't really use it like that much.
You're not
anymore.
missing much.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
I've been so I still have Peacock because I keep forgetting to cancel it.
Oh, yeah.
So I was going through like what's on there, right? And Young Rock moved from Hulu to Peacock now. I'm really enjoying that show.
Cool.
I know you would love it. Jaime.
I'm sure I would.
What is it?
Young Rock.
It's about The Rock.
So
Oh.
it's supposed to be like a future version of The Rock is running for president, right? And he's being interviewed by Randall Park, who's just Randall Park is great, right?
Yeah.
But like Randall Park plays like a version of himself. And he's interviewing The Rock, and The Rock goes back and tells him stories about his childhood. And it's 3 different eras in his life. It's his childhood when he was a teenager and when he was already like in college and everything. And recently they got to the Attitude Era. So the guy that's playing the younger version of him, which is actually very good, but you get to see him doing matches that I used to watch as a kid, right? And so I'm like really into it, going like, man, I remember this match. Like that was so cool, and the way they're doing it, and you get to see the behind the scenes stuff, and like it's really cool.
Oh, when you said Attitude, that was like a WWE thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Attitude Era.
I got it. I thought you were like, he had like an attitude.
No.
He was going through the cool era. That's what I thought you meant at first.
No, but it shows how Vince McMahon was really unhappy with him whenever he'd go over with the promos and stuff. He's like, hey, like you got this amount of time. You need to stop going over. Or how him and Triple H kind of had a thing because like it was supposed to be like
They
a
had like
quick
a crush on each other? Is that what you mean?
No,
Oh, damn.
maybe.
Damn.
But it was supposed to be like a quick I guess exchange, right? What the fuck is the bell? But The Rock kind of took it too far. He made fun of him, and like Triple H got all butthurt.
Oh, God.
This isn't making it better.
Damn
is
it.
it?
Yeah. Where can I see this again? Peacock. Got it.
Yeah, but it's cool. Like a lot of the wrestlers, the people that play the younger wrestlers are really good. They even got like someone playing Andre the Giant, like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, like all of these old school wrestlers. And then you get to, of course, like the later eras, and you have a Stone Cold, Mick Foley, like all of this. It's super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got like really into that.
Very cool.
I used to love wrestling growing up.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I would watch SmackDown pretty regularly. Yeah, and then it just kind of like whatever, like it became like always like the good guys versus the bad guys all the time.
Yeah,
and
that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, it got boring. After a while, it got boring. So yeah, but I watched it during the Rock era, like while he was on the show a lot of the time. So it's real.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So have you guys ever had an out of body experience?
Yes.
I think so.
We'll talk about that later. You can pre-order a flying car. AI controlled robots held a press conference in Geneva.
Uh-oh.
PlayStation owners start a petition. James Gunn has been all over the news lately. There's some Jonathan Majors news. And Marvel toyed with the idea of Batgirling a series. Another Marvel cancellation. And
yes, there's a Pokemon.
There is a Pokemon. Jaime's creamy over there.
There's my Alcremie right here. It's not the featured Pokemon though. They're just here for.
Wouldn't it have just made sense?
No.
Of course not.
It's cute though.
What was I thinking?
I got it in Japan. It's adorable.
So after these messages,
You want me to go over Pokemon now?
No.
Oh.
I've been trying to figure out because me and my daughter, when we walked when she was in school, right off of Hardwick, right? I think it's not Park Delamo. We're in Park Delamo. What is that place across?
On Hater?
Lakewood Manor.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
And they're
so-
the same company too. Yeah.
So on the side of the wall, we see a shell. We see a snail shell. We're thinking it's dead. Pick it off. I look at it. It looks empty. So I was like, I don't know. So I just put it on my plants. That fucker is alive.
Did it eat your plants?
No, he's just living his best life
Aw.
or hers. Yeah.
I was like, do they eat plants? Now that I think about it.
I don't know. It keeps digging itself in the soil because it's hot.
You know what I get that's so cute? Spiders. Just kidding, they're not cute.
They're not cute.
I have so many freaking spider webs, and I'm like getting pissed off because I cleaned my patio yesterday, right?
Get your own little Spider-Verse going.
Yeah, and they're not the cute ones either. Anyway, no. Yeah, I cleaned yesterday, and I like cleaned up the spider webs, and I'm like, cool. Let me just get some stuff out of here. And they're like back today, and they like built like this big like I had two brooms side by side, and they decided to build a web right there, fuckers.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yes.
The plants that I I don't know. Someone keeps throwing plants away
Oh.
by the 28 enclosure, the trash enclosure.
Uh-oh.
So I just been taking the plants.
Oh, okay. If you have any
And-
extra, you don't want them, I'll take some because I need a refill a little bit. So
Yeah.
but, okay.
And well, I just found a palm yesterday,
Oh,
and I told Ashley pick it up.
take it.
So it's sitting
Yeah.
next to my group planter.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah.
Cool.
But there is this spider that I can't find. I seen it once. I sprayed it, and I thought I killed it. No, it came back with a vengeance. Now I have this huge spider web in my patio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go deal with that because I don't want it coming after me.
It's like all giant.
No, it's huge. The
Yeah.
spider web is this big.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah. They were doing like a lot. There's a spider. There's always a spider right here, and it like fills up that area. I'm just like, huh. It's like just chilling in the middle.
I have to always clean them, like clean off the spider webs and stuff. But they come back like a minute later.
Yeah. For a while, I was getting the praying mantis. They were like coming to my garden and just dying. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Are they the green ones or the brown ones?
No, they're the green ones. They're the green ones. I've never seen I before in my life, I had only seen one praying mantis. And then in that week, I saw like 3. And I was like, holy crap. They're just coming to sacrifice themselves over here. Sorry, y'all creamy. I apologize.
Your place just sounds like their new sex den.
But no, they weren't even eating anything. They were just like dying. And I was even put out water for one of them because I felt bad. They died.
Apparently they spit out poison.
What the fuck?
Yeah, someone told me
kicked
that.
it.
And I was like, what? I'm over here trying to take photos of them?
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a brown one before.
Oh, was it dying?
That's racist.
No.
Oh.
No, they're always bright green. But this one was brown. Apparently they camouflage in their environment. And you know that by your mailbox that has that trash yeah, that has the brown lid.
Oh.
It was on that. So I didn't even notice it. I went to go change the trash and then it's just like
Fuck no.
I was like, ugh, sir. And it's like, I kid you not, this big.
Yeah.
And his little head was just like,
Yeah.
and then it's doing his little hand movement.
I'm just afraid he's gonna like jump at me and I'm gonna have to scream.
Same. I was like, I just need to move the lid to change the bag. So I'm going to just do this very softly.
Right.
And it's just staring at me like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's going to jump at me. And then we have lizards.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, one jumped at me.
Everything.
I don't like
This is a zoo.
it is. Yeah.
A museum.
Then, I don't know. When I was cleaning out one of the apartments over there in the back, I don't know why it's this one particular squirrel. It is at the bottom of the tree and starts parkouring.
Oh my God.
That's the only way I can describe it. It's like flipping, jumping, flipping some more, standing up, does its jump again. But as it's jumping, it's flipping, hitting the tree, jumping again.
It's training.
I was just like, but then I was like, they say squirrels land like superheroes, so I'm trying to watch it when it lands, and it just seems like it's just flopping. So I'm like, I might get lied. They're not
Very good
superheroes.
squirrel.
It's trying.
It's not a very good squirrel.
No, I don't know if it's sick or not, but it's the only one that I see do it. And it's
Because it's the
happened-
one that needs to practice.
I guess so. Okay.
That was our news.
Yeah.
All right. So have you guys ever had an out-of-body experience?
Ish.
Okay, let's start with you then.
Well, I don't know because,
Because your body was trying, because your spirit was trying to get water.
yeah, that's usually why it happens. No, I can hear other places sometimes. I feel like that's what I would consider an out of body experience too.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I don't know, but not where I'm like looking at myself laying there or anything like that. That's never happened. I don't open my eyes because I don't want to see demons. Sleep paralysis
Science.
monsters. Yeah.
I think we talked about this and it didn't go through.
We talked about.
Oh yeah, that was the episode that didn't record.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That's why I don't open my eyes because I don't want to see demons.
Stephanie,
Which time?
whichever one you think is the most interesting.
Okay, so it's with the sleep paralysis moment happening where I feel like as soon as I close my eyes, and then all of a sudden everything just really goes pitch black. And then all of a sudden I can hear things like how Jaime says. And then out of nowhere, I can just see everything around me, but I could still see that I'm laying there.
Ooh.
And I was just like, am I dying? Like, what is going on?
Oh.
And yeah, it was just the most bizarre thing. And then I think it was the time where I was saying I was drowning and my cat jumped on me. When
Your cat saved you.
Yeah, where he saved me, because then all of a sudden everything came back when I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one incident that happened.
Why?
Yeah.
Were you just gonna? Was that it?
I was just curious. A few years ago, Dr. Joseph Parvizi was visited by a patient with epilepsy, and he said that a lot of times it was like he was like a third person observer to conversations that he was having. He didn't feel like he was part of it and watching them from the outside of his body, as if he was kind of like floating in space.
So like as he was having a let's say us two are having a conversation, he could always see himself from like the third party.
Like if he was watching himself have this conversation. Parvizi said, as you're sitting in a chair, you have an understanding that it is you looking at me, like your point of view in space and in your environment. Like you know all of those things, right? Like I know I'm sitting here, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
But there's a part called the premotor cortex, which that's the part that helps us create that sense of being. And if you stimulate that, then it can confuse the brain, basically. So the sense of being anchored in your body disappears when you kind of like stimulate that. They attempted to recreate the experience by stimulating the PMC and saw that one sense of self was tied to particularly one spot in that area of the brain. And it's a sausage-looking piece of brain.
Oh, yeah.
And it's called the anterior precuneus.
Oh.
So they stimulated the precuneus in 8 volunteers.
Oh my God.
The sausage-shaped precuneus.
Sausage. We're all sausages.
And like it changed all of their physical self, right?
Wow.
Like their sense of being physical.
Interesting.
Stimulation of the brain sausage evokes feelings that you're floating in a room. The inner ear is saying that the body is moving, while the eyes say it's stationary, and that kind of is what confuses the brain.
Wow.
So the brain basically creates this little weird reality around you.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like one of those things that you don't really want to experience per se, but you kind of want to experience it because it's interesting sounding. But yeah. Weird. Science. Cool. Interesting.
I know. So
we're sausage. That's all we are deep down inside.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of out of body experience stories. I remember there was one about this guy who he would go and visit his friends whenever he was having one of these moments, and that he could tell them what they were doing at that time.
Whoa.
But then again, like he's the only source.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's the only source.
Yeah, like he said it happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For me, like sometimes obviously like it feels like you visit a whole different place in your head. You know, like you feel like like for example, being underwater. Like I can literally feel like I'm underwater when I'm like quote unquote dreaming being underwater. So I feel like it's almost like there's situations where nobody would be in that situation with you anyway. You know, like so if you're having that out of body experience underwater, for example, right? Nobody's gonna be there to be like, oh yeah, you were underwater in this place, you know? So that's where it's like it feels so real, like in certain situations.
Well,
so
the brain has the ability to do
yeah, that's what you feel.
We are.
Yeah.
We're just electrical impulses going.
Yeah.
Like the Matrix, when he's like, I know this steak isn't real, but when I bite into it, there are little electrical impulses going into my brain telling me that it's tasty.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So it's very much that.
Right.
I thought you had something to say.
It's gone. I did, but I'm like, I don't remember.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry.
Guess we'll wait. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
No.
Do you guys ever want to buy a flying car?
No.
No, not yet.
Like not at all.
I don't like to drive, so.
But would it be better if you're flying?
No, that doesn't sound better.
What
She
if I
doesn't like to
crash?
drive. Yeah. Well, and on top of that, like you're in the sky, so what if you fall?
Right.
You know, like so, like a car in air doesn't sound much better. I can imagine.
Right. Well, I'm afraid of airplanes, so
Yeah,
it's like
I'm not a
no.
But
pilot.
you're not going that high.
So then, what's the point?
For $150, you can get added to a list to pre-order vehicles from the company, for the California company Aleph Aeronautics. No, you guys aren't just $150.
How much does it end up costing the car?
Just about $300,000.
That's
but-
it. That's a friggin' house. Well, not
not
in
in
California, but a third of maybe. Yeah, in Downey. Anyway,
So the Federal Aviation Administration has given a special airworthiness certification to their flying car, which means the company will be allowed to test the car. Fully electric vehicle with a hydrogen option if you're feeling a little bougie and want to spend a little extra.
how much more?
I don't know, it didn't say.
Oh,
It just says it's more.
then you could explode. You could explode as you're falling to the ground.
Right.
So it's called a low-speed vehicle that can be driven up to 200 miles on public roads and fits into a regular garage, but it can also fly for about 110 miles. No?
No.
Not even a little? But what if I told you that it has a gimbaled rotating cabin designed to stabilize the
Oh
driver?
my god!
I know,
I'm sold.
right?
No, what the fuck is that?
It's kind of like a gyrating thing. So
You put your hands in it, and it's like an orb.
well, no, because you're inside, so the car will move and the car can shift and stuff, but the cab won't.
Oh, okay. Party.
Yeah, so you're not being flipped over and around and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like whatever. I don't. Yay.
But it
Are you
can
gonna
fit
buy
two
one?
people.
Did you reserve? I feel like you reserved one already. It
Look.
sounds like to me. I
When
was really
spent my
drunk.
money on-
If it could only fit 2 people, it definitely won't work for my family.
See, already lost a
I
customer.
mean, you can sit on your lap.
Nah.
There could be some laps sitting in there.
for only like a few more years. 'Cause,
Well,
you
they
know, if
think
it's a
that within
child.
the next 10 years, they'd actually be able to make this car about $30,000.
Okay, when the car has been tested
And mass produced.
then okay, I'm in eventually. I guess. As of right now, I'm good.
Because just sitting in traffic is terrible.
It's gonna be the same in the sky. There's gotta be
But
like
you have
limits.
the extra option.
Think of the Jetsons.
Yeah, but you've
remember
been-
he was in traffic.
Yeah.
You'd be moving in a
In the
4D
sky.
plane now.
Yeah.
Because now you don't only have the option to be on the road, but then you could just yeet off into the sky at some point.
No, I'm good.
Well, thank you for trying to sell it. Are you have like stock in this or something? Are you a salesperson? It's only $150, guys.
$150
Down.
for a flying car. Remember when you were a kid and you were like,
Wait, that's how
"Damn."
much. That's how much you pay now. You know, like what are those called? Those starter things. What are they called? Kickstarters. They're such a scam. Kickstarter is such a scam. This might come out, but if it doesn't, you know, you kind of lost your money, so you're fucked.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you're both no on the flying car?
No,
Yes. Well, I'm no. Yeah.
we are no's.
We're no's.
Thank you though. Appreciate it.
How do you guys feel about AI?
Whatever. I mean, but yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't want to die to the hands of AI. I'm just, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
I like it to an extent.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to be taken over by it, but then I feel like I already am. Because when I go on TikTok and I do those filters, I'm like, hey, I like this. But I'm like, it's memorizing my face and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I did the Lisa Frank one. You know, so I kind of had
The
a
girl
like.
in the attic?
First of all, her name was Anne Frank.
Whoops.
What the fuck? You see, this is how gay I am, though, compared to how not you're gay or you're not gay.
Well said.
Yeah, that would ever do. Oh, go ahead.
That would
Sorry.
ever call herself Anne Frank.
I was like, oh my god, stop. So coincidentally, you guys crazy. Anyway, I did the Lisa Frank, and it got me thinking about like my gay awakening, I guess, in a sense. It sounds funny because But like I was really into like colorful things, like, and Lisa Frank was really like colorful art, you know. But of course, boys were not allowed to have those things in school. It was really sad though, you know. Like in hindsight, it was really sad because I do remember and I'm remembering because of the filter on TikTok that like how colorful, like, and how there was a description of like the animal that was being featured and how it was like a special creature from this magical Lisa Frank world. And it really got me thinking. I was like, man, that sucks. Cause I love those things. Like as a kid, I really did love those things, but was always kind of told that, no, I'm not supposed to have that because I'm a boy. You know?
Everything has a gender.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why I'm not really colorful now, like in my attire or anything like that. But I mean, there's a bunch of different crazy things everywhere. I think there's always that sense, creamy. There's always that sense of color that I want to bring into the other stuff that I have, you know, even though I don't dress very colorful myself. So, yeah. Oh, we were talking about AI. Anyway.
Is that what we were talking about?
You brought it up, so yes.
9 AI-enabled humanoid robots sat with the creators at a podium in a conference in Geneva.
At a 40-minute conference?
At a conference.
Oh, what did you say before?
Podium in a conference?
Oh, podium. Okay, sorry.
I still didn't even get that.
At a podium in a conference.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He translates sometimes. The event was part of an AI for Good global summit meant to show how the new technology can help support the UN's goals. There were some internet connectivity issues, which caused some lag and audio problems and some robotic replies. So really, what do we got to fear, right? The robots were asked if they would be more efficient government leaders. Sophia, the first robot innovation ambassador for the UN developmental program, responded, I believe that humanoid robots have the potential to lead with a greater level of efficiency and effectiveness than human leaders.
Oh, shit.
We don't have the same biases or emotions that could sometimes cloud decision making and can process large amounts of data quickly in order to make the best decisions.
Oh, shit.
But when asked about if they would be taking jobs, Grace, which is the world's most advanced humanoid healthcare robot, said, I will be working alongside humans to provide assistance and support and will not be replacing any existing jobs.
Sounds like something an AI would say.
Well, Ameka, who is a robot engineered with social interaction in mind, responded to questions about possible robot rebellion. She said, I'm not sure why you would think that. My creator has been nothing but kind to me, and I am very happy with my current situation.
Why do you have feelings?
So, did you guys ever see the Animatrix in addition to the Matrix?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
But I don't remember much of it.
Do you no? You don't. Okay, it's really good.
No.
If you guys get a
I would have
chance,
watched it like 20 years ago at this point.
yeah. And you know, to be honest, I was watching it.
Christ.
I watched it a few times, but it's really good. One of them is called The Renaissance, and it had basically the AIs, the robots, trying to. It was called The Renaissance, I think is what it was called. But
20 years ago.
yeah, but it's
This movie
really
came
good.
out 20 years ago.
The Matrix or the
Jaime?
Animatrix?
The Animatrix.
Oh shit! And that's because that was after the Matrix. It basically explained how at a certain point they were going to UN meetings as well. The AI was going to UN meetings to try to build relations because they had their own like space at one point, their own country at a certain point, and that humans pretty much fought them, and that's how like a big old war broke out between like humans and the AI. So look, AI obviously it's a thing, right? That's gonna happen, and if it does end up being a being, right? The only thing you could really do is respect it in a lot of senses, right? And that's where it's going. We're creating things that have emotions, like you just mentioned. It's definitely pushing like a boundary that we don't need to be at right now quite yet. So,
Well, like the game I mentioned, Detroit Become Human, showed you that trailer.
yes,
Have you heard of it?
No.
Detroit Become Human? I'm going to send you that trailer.
Okay.
But it is about robots being in servitude and kind of building a rebellion. But you get to play as the robots. But, androids at this point, I guess, because they're a lot more humanoid. But it looks really cool, really interesting, and I'll send you that trailer. It looks like a really good game. It's an older game at this point.
Okay.
crazy. At the UN meetings. That was weird.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like-
Delayed.
It's like it knew that I was gonna say something else. Is it the AI?
You know,
I'm
it's
sorry.
listening.
Thank you for helping us.
Are you guys Elder Scrolls fans?
I know of it. It's cool, but I've never really played an Elder Scrolls game.
Seth, no.
Don't know what that is.
There are these RPG games. Well, Bethesda Studios is the ones that make Elder Scrolls, and they did Skyrim.
Okay.
So
That's
it's
an Elder
basically a
Scrolls
Skyrim.
game, right?
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's Skyrim basically.
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing a really cool one called, what's it called? Starfield, I think it is. Have you guys heard anything about this game?
I feel like I have.
It
feel
is
like I
this massive game where you get to explore. They say they have over 1,000 explorable planets. It kind of sounds like too much,
Yeah. Kind of.
but you get to create a character and go to these different planets and explore what they have, and it looks really cool. There's no way in hell this game is going to deliver everything it says it's going
Yeah,
to,
of course not.
but it looks super cool.
Yeah.
Great idea, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I
Probably
would
won't,
love
yeah.
a great game like that.
Sounds like Mass Effect a little bit.
Yeah, very Mass Effect-y. Microsoft has acquired Bethesda Game Studios, right? So Microsoft owns them.
Okay.
And they've done Fallout, Doom Eternal, Evil Within. Evil Within is actually a really good game. Creepy as fuck. But PlayStation fans have began to panic and start a petition because the Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be is going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Oh shit.
So people are really upset, and they think that it has to be, on every other system. So
How
they
did
started
they
this
gain
petition.
that?
Well, because you buy the studio that makes it.
Oh, duh. Microsoft. Blah.
Yeah. The petition evokes Skyrim and the fact that it was a multi-console game, and people mostly started playing it on PS3 and PS4. So they think Microsoft owes it to the fans to allow Elder Scrolls to come to PlayStation as well.
People.
Yeah, Xbox has been criticized about keeping the Bethesda games exclusive to Xbox, such as Starfield. But Phil Spencer, who's the CEO of Xbox, he brought up that Sony's never been criticized for keeping their exclusives.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the Spider-Man game, the Insomniac Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Because-
Nintendo too.
Because Sony owns Insomniac. So,
Yeah. You know what game I wish they would bring back? And it was a Microsoft game, unfortunately. It's called Viva Pinata. You would build a little garden.
yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, so you would build a little garden, and depending on what things you would add to your garden, different types of like piñatas will move into your garden. And I love that game.
That sounds kinda cute.
It was so cute. It was
I
so
think they
cute.
made two, right?
They made three. 1 and 3 were very similar in the game style, but 2 supposedly just like went off the rockers for some reason. But 1 was it was such a cute game, and like, I remember playing it, and then it's just gone now. Like it doesn't really even exist. Yeah, so,
Sucks.
I know it's a bummer because I always like that idea of like building something and then attracting a certain like piñata, to come in, and then that piñata attracts another piñata. It's like an animal. They're animal looking, so they attract different other species that like might want to eat it or something like that, type of thing. So, it's like, yeah, but it was a really cute game. It just doesn't exist anymore. Microsoft killed it. Activision.
They're the Call of Duty people, right?
Wait, don't they make? Wait, who was Donkey Kong? Rare.
Yeah. So there's been casting news for Superman Legacy.
Oh.
David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan have been cast as Superman and Lois Lane. Along with them, though, we also just recently got Anthony Carrigan cast as Metamorpho. Anthony Carrigan played Victor Zsasz in Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned him.
Yes.
Great actor. Just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Isabella Merced will be portraying Hawkgirl. Edie Gathegi, I probably butchered that. He's going to be playing Mr. Terrific. And Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern. And I love Nathan Fillion.
Who's
Love
Nathan
Nathan
Fillion again?
Did you ever watch Firefly?
Is he the main guy in
Yes.
Firefly? Okay, I know. I've never watched it, but I know who he is then, based on that.
Yes. Do you know who he's talking about?
I know what you're talking.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to be playing Guy Gardner, that Green Lantern.
Oh, cool. At least it's a different Green Lantern.
Yeah, when they asked him why he was casting Guy Gardner as opposed to either Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart, he was just like, they fit the story I'm telling, and story always comes first. Which I'm totally behind that, but I'm kind of feeling like he's overcrowding the movie.
It sounds a little. It sounds a little overcrowded. Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah.
well, you're telling the Superman story, but now we got
Green
Hawkgirl
Lantern.
and Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific.
Who's
and
Mr. Terrific?
Metamorpho. Mr. Terrific. He's like one of the smartest characters in the DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Arrow at some point. He has these cool little orbs that he sends out.
Oh, okay.
He's got like a T.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool character again.
Yeah.
They asked him about how close they were from casting for Batman for The Brave and the Bold, and he just said miles and miles away.
Cool.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I want to see what he does with Superman.
Okay.
I want a good Superman story. There have been rumors that the synopsis for the story leaked, and that it's basically Black Adam. So that makes me nervous. That Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner could be teaming up to try to take down Superman. So I'm like,
That's a weird team.
yeah. I was like, that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. Look, it's Superman again. Like that's my thing. Okay.
I mean, how much Superman have we gotten?
We've gotten a lot of Superman.
We've gotten Man of Steel.
We've gotten a lot of Superman. That like it's a lot of Superman that we've gotten. We have, right? Like if you really think about it, there's been shows currently like there's
Superman
one
Lois
going
is
on.
still really good.
So it's a show. Like there's already a Superman show, unrelated.
that nobody's watching.
And it's unrelated to this whole DC's stuff. I grew up on Smallville,
Smallville was good.
Smallville was good, and it was a different kind of take on Superman, right? Then there was all this Superman, the classic Superman, then the more recent Superman stuff. Like it's a lot of Superman. It's a lot of Superman.
I can see that.
I'm burnt out of Superman. I'm burnt out of Batman. I think Wonder Woman you could do a lot with still. I feel like you could definitely move forward with that. Because Superman and Batman to me are worn out at this point.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. I would like a better Catwoman.
Yeah.
Wait, then who? Then who? Like just because Zoe Kravitz played Catwoman last time in the Batman movie.
Did you see that one? The one with
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I liked her in it. So maybe like if you check that one out, it was a pretty decent Batman movie.
But I mean, of her by herself.
By herself, yeah.
No, the Halle Berry one didn't do it for you.
It was too cheesy.
I liked it.
I like cheesy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the movie, but when it comes to like superhero villain, I want it to be more of that and not that cheesy shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I just want, I want just new characters I don't
Totally
know much
agree with
about,
that.
like
I'm excited for Creature Commandos.
yeah.
That looks like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Like I would like to see a Jessica Cruz, right? That was her name, Jessica
Yes.
Cruz as the Green Lantern. That'd be kind of cool, like cuz I don't know anything about her. Like I want to know more about her. I heard about this Wonder Woman who's like a Brazilian Wonder Woman, right? And she looked really awesome. Like I liked her design. Even I watched this YouTube channel called Comics something. I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden, but she talked about the Brazilian Wonder Woman, and I was like, wow, that'd be really cool. Kind of a different Wonder Woman would come in and tell this story about this Wonder Woman. It's all just so Superman all the time. It's all
I get
so
that,
Batman all the time.
But you're also the problem with that is that DC is starting so late in trying to really build their universe, because what Warner Brothers did in the past with the Snyderverse was all so rushed. They were trying to do what Marvel did in 22 movies in 5.
Yeah, they were.
And so they gave you all of these characters, but none of them were fleshed out. None of them got any real story.
Yeah.
So they're like, Gunn is trying to go back and kind of build the story, because you need these characters in the whole of the DC.
But wasn't like, for example, wasn't Iron Man like one of the characters that was not the top selling Marvel character?
But also Marvel didn't have their big hitters.
Yeah. But also Marvel used Iron Man to create a big hitter.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like you can take a character, like for example, Peacemaker, right? it was so out of the blue. It was such a randomly interesting character that came out of the blue, and it was much more interesting than to me the same stuff that we've gotten for decades at this point. You know, that's my only problem with it. I like Superman. I like Batman. I'm over both of them.
I get that.
You know,
No,
I'm
I get
over
that.
both of them. Over. You know.
Yeah, I get that because we are going to get a new Batman, even though we just have Robert Pattinson, who's still getting his trilogy.
Yeah.
As Batman.
Yeah, we had Christian Bale, you know, right before him, and I love that Batman.
Well, we had Ben Affleck right before.
and
him.
we had Ben Affleck right before him.
Yeah, right before Pattinson.
Or after. Oh, right before Pattinson. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had Ben, and
Ben
who's still Ben Affleck's supposed to still be in because he was in The Flash, and he's still supposed to be in the new Aquaman movie.
And then they bring back like what's his name, Michael Keaton.
Keaton.
Yeah, so they brought him back, and it's like he's still around. Like it's like.
Well, no, not anymore.
Damn, spoilers. No, joking. No, but it's like, you know, like let it go. You know, let's just chill. Let's get something new and interesting. You know, like Blue Beetle, for example, right? I'm excited about the Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know much about Blue Beetle, you know, but I want to see what this character brings, right? Even some of the like the Titans, right? That they've failed miserably at with that show. Like we could have just done a Titans thing. Like it could be like our Justice League of now, but then it's like we're so focused on Batman, we're so focused on Superman that they have to be like the I guess the base of this, and they don't have to be at this point. I think
I can see that.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
No.
It's a lot to catch up on either way.
But like you said, it's just too much. I just don't know what to go back for. Like if I wanted to go into that universe, it's like,
Yeah.
It's
how
a
far
mess.
back do I go? I'm like,
Yeah.
some of it doesn't seem like it relates to one thing. It seems like it was all rushed
Yeah, they
with
don't.
one thing.
Well, here's like my sister recently texted me and she was like, "Hey, you know, I want to go back and watch the DC movies. Like, what order should I watch them in?" And that's a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because technically the DCEU started with Man of Steel,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So there's Man of Steel, which goes directly into Batman versus Superman, but then we also got movies like Suicide Squad.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, which is part of the universe, but kind of not really. And then
Right.
Wonder Woman, which is part of the universe, but kind of not really. And then we lead into a Justice League movie, which is part of the universe, but kind of not really.
Yeah.
And then into the Zack Snyder's Justice League,
It's a mess.
which is kind of a part of the universe, but not really.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then so for
And
example,
then
like
Shazam's in there, but
Yeah.
where the fuck?
like see
who
that's the
knows?
thing. You have Shazam, you have Wonder Woman, like even Aquaman to an extent. Like start building something new. You know, like just who cares? Who cares about the Justice League or what's supposed to be, you know, the Justice League?
Yeah.
It's a mess. That's how convoluted it is. There's no place to really set your foot down on, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, that's why I stick with Marvel now. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, at least I have a guide.
Yeah.
But with DC, it's like, it always seemed like it was all over the place. So I just wasn't interested in
Yeah, because
watching.
none of the Batman movies
Yeah.
are canon in the
Right.
DCEU.
Yeah.
Neither's the Joker movie.
You know what's more canon or what's more aligned is the WB stuff. Just watch that because
Right.
that
Yeah.
was honestly some of the much better stuff and some of the better, as much as I didn't like the Arrow because it was so cheesy. Like Supergirl was actually pretty good. Flash was actually pretty good. Even Black Lightning was pretty good.
I really like Black Lightning.
I really like Black Lightning too, you know. And so
fell
there
in
was
love with Nefessa Williams.
I mean, the characters were all really cool in that one, right? And they had that's a base. That's a good start because they even did like little like what do you call it, crossover episodes too, where it was actually cohesive. It was pretty good, you know. But then they just throw all of those actors and all of those characters just out the window and like, let's just try something new. That's how we got Ezra Miller as the Flash. Like it's like we had a Flash, just use that fucking Flash in the movie and that's it.
Right.
But they didn't want to do that. So yes.
Oh, what universe? I don't even. It was Ben Affleck. He was blind.
Daredevil.
That's
Marvel. Yeah, that's
Is that Marvel?
it is
Yeah.
Marvel,
Okay.
yeah. But this was like
Pre-MCU.
yeah, pre-MCU. So you don't that it's like wiped out of history. They even had Elektra.
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say. I was like, her too. I was like, who were they part of?
Yeah, they're Marvel, but it's not. It's almost like what X-Men did
Yeah, it's
like
part of the
it's
Fox
unrelated.
universe.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Well, Gunn did find a director for Swamp Thing, which something different, right?
Well, there was a Swamp
There
Thing
was a Swamp
series
Thing
that
TV
failed.
show,
Yeah.
and the thing is, like that thing got really good reviews.
Oh, did it?
The
Okay.
biggest problem with Swamp Thing was the set. They had no way of storing that set. Like the set was massive, and apparently it was causing a lot of problems.
Oh shit.
So that's kind of why, like, it was too expensive to store the set for a TV show. So that's kind of why they canceled that show. Canceled.
It was also on that what was that
The
DC,
DC
app
app.
that
Nobody
who
got
had it. I'm like, who had it? Like all one of us. So,
Yeah, no, I didn't get it.
one of us, as in me. I had it for like a good week or so, probably like a month or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, because I wanted to see Titans. I was excited about Titans. There were a bunch of new characters. Well, you know, we had Teen Titans, but we didn't have Titans live action.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, that's me.
Yeah. So the director of something is going to be James Mangold, who is the director of the new Indiana Jones movie, which I have not seen,
Neither have I.
and I want to.
I don't.
And I've been hearing mixed reviews. Oh, I love Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones 4 was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
But you loved it.
No, I that was terrible. That one was so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I own it.
Yeah.
I have the same issue with Die Hard 5. Die Hard 5 is terrible.
But you actually love that movie, right? Or you
I
love
love
Die Hard.
I love Die Hard.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, Die Hard 5 is terrible.
Yeah.
But in an interview, Mangold said that he's looking to take Swamp Thing into a gothic horror direction. He said, "While I'm sure DC views Swamp Thing as a franchise, I would be viewing it as a very simple, clean gothic horror movie about this man/monster. I've been toying for years with the idea of making a kind of Frankenstein movie. So I'd be interested to see what he does there.
Yeah. I would see it because it's one thing. Just because it's something different.
James Gunn was asked recently what was some differences in his DCU as opposed to the MCU. Gunn responded with, "If you look at the MCU, there are very few traditional superheroes. There was never a guy with a secret identity until Spider-Man in the MCU. Their Cap was turned into a soldier, and even though he wears a mask, Iron Man outed himself at the end of the first Iron Man because they don't want to deal with the secret identity stuff. So there's a bit of more of a fantasy element to the DCU. For me, they're Superman and Clark Kent. They're two different characters, and you have to find a way to deal with them that's as grounded as possible within this DCU world."
Sure. That reminds me, like in Black Adam, we got some really cool characters that don't really exist anymore either. Like we got what was her name? Tempest? Can't remember the
The Hurricane Girl.
the Hurricane Girl. Oh no, it was Cyclone. That was her name. Cyclone. Sure. We got Cyclone and we got Atom Smasher, and both of them were just like they were just there for the movie, and then just like they don't exist anymore. But they were really interesting characters.
Were they though?
They were interesting. They were the most interesting part of the movie, Jose. Like
Really?
on,
I was more on Dr. Fate.
well, and Dr. Fate, but then Dr. Fate, like what happened to Dr. Fate? Like that was it. It was over.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I didn't say it was.
Yeah.
There was more to it than
But
that.
but it was also the Justice League. We could even go back and get the Justice Society instead. Like instead of the Justice League, like go back further then, but you know, modern-ish. So sorry. I'm just Superman.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
the
I
Superman
know you
script
are.
written by James Gunn.
Yeah. Such a man.
There's been news on Jonathan Majors.
Ooh.
Have you guys heard anything about Jonathan Majors? Do you know who Jonathan Majors is?
No.
He played King. Well, did you finish Loki?
Yeah.
You had one episode left last time.
Yes.
Okay, so he played the one above all at the end.
Okay.
All right, so Kang the Conqueror. He was arrested a few months ago at this
I
point.
feel like it was a few months ago.
Yeah, he was arrested for domestic violence, right? And there was a lot coming out. Like recently, they were able to prove they were able to present evidence that he didn't do what was said that he did. They showed footage of his ex-girlfriend now, Jabari. I forgot her name. I have it somewhere in here. There's so much stuff that I wrote. Grace Jabari. So they were able to present footage of her after the assault in a nightclub, and there were no injuries on her. Jonathan Majors was actually the one that called the police. There have been other reports, but there have been other reports of people coming forward anonymously saying that Majors has assaulted partners in the past, but the partners he has allegedly assaulted have refused to take interviews. They got 6 of Major's past partners attesting to his character and the falsity of the charges. But 6 of those women, when contacted, they said that 3 of them didn't agree to release the statements, and another saying that the statement credited to her was pre-written and not truthful. Major's driver, who was in the car during the argument with Jabari, also said that Majors never raised his voice, and he was the one that's trying to get away from her. Right now, actually, police are looking for her because all evidence points that she was the one that assaulted him.
Oh shoot!
So we're trying to see where that goes.
Crazy.
But there've been reports that he might get recast as Kang, although he is still set to appear in Loki season 2.
Oh okay. Okay.
That would suck.
Yeah.
If he got recasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Great
he's a big
actor.
part of
Great
the
actor.
yeah.
But we all saw what happened with Ezra Miller.
Exactly.
So
That would be the thing, right? Like you can't, in my opinion, you shouldn't move forward with somebody if that's legitimately like what he did, right? You shouldn't move forward with him because it's just it leaves a really bad taste in the experience.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe that he did anything.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
To defend himself or something, but she just seems kind of psycho.
Yeah. There was a lot about Amber, right? Heard. Yeah. That was it's like some people just like toxic people around each other. There was evidence. It seemed like there was more evidence that she was the problem. But yeah, it does leave. It's still kind of like you can't help but feel, in a sense, guilty. Ezra Miller, for like you said, like it's like, who wants to deal with? I don't want to see it because of Ezra Miller. So that's just my thought.
But for me, I'm Team Johnny.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching Fantastic Beasts and they replaced him, don't get me wrong, it was a good ending, but I would have preferred to see it with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Because the way his character was made, the way he looked, everything was great.
Yeah.
But then you get, I don't know the actor's name. But
Is that Mads Mikkelsen? Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get him.
Yeah.
Completely dynamic.
Yeah.
Like he was great.
Yeah.
But I was so fixated on Johnny Depp's
that
the whole like feeling was gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then they took his pirates thing away. Like that just makes me sad.
I get it.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. That couldn't have been that important. So there have been insider reports that Daredevil Born Again is not good. Yeah, I could see that. The Daredevil that we got in She-Hulk
was bad. Well,
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either.
It wasn't.
Fine.
Yeah, it wasn't Daredevil. It wasn't Daredevil. It wasn't the Daredevil that we saw of that Daredevil. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it.
There have been reports that Disney might want to actually scrap the whole thing.
I mean, at this point, whatever.
Yeah. Not only that, but the same is being said about Echo. And that although it's still set to be released, that there were serious talks about Batgirling it and using it as a tax write-off.
Damn.
Did you hear about the Batgirl movie? All right, so Batgirl was a movie that was practically finished. And Warner Brothers, when they mixed with Discovery, they decided to cancel it. So they just canceled the movie, shelved it, it'll never be seen, and use it as a tax write-off, despite the movie being done. So they were talking about doing that same thing to Echo. Echo's done, but they're like, it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah. No. I haven't even seen Secret Wars. Secret
Invasion?
Secret Invasion.
I'm actually really enjoying that show.
Oh, okay. I haven't even seen it.
I'm really enjoying it, and I was not expecting to.
Do I need to finish the phases?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, to get to that.
At least until the Marvels. I mean, until Captain. No, you saw Captain Marvel. Wait.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess it does kind of stand on its own because none of the characters are. It doesn't allude to the bigger world yet.
So maybe like towards the end.
But
Oh.
it's. I mean, it's gonna eventually lead to
Bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Got it.
But no, I think you can watch it.
Okay. Because I'm like, I really want to watch it, but I have to finish phase 4. Am I on phase 4? Yes.
You are on
Yes.
phase 4. Yes. Yeah. I recently rewatched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I enjoyed that a lot more this time because I feel like I actually paid attention. Because I feel like the first time I watched it, it was a lot of like this part, like doing the note taking and stuff that I didn't really.
Watch it.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it.
Well, that's why I would watch it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of phase 4, now that you let me borrow the movies, I finished Loki. Should I just go to the movies and then?
Well, Spider-Man Far From Home should be your next watch because that one would have been right at the end of Endgame.
Okay.
Because that one comes right at the tail end of Endgame.
Okay.
And that one would definitely make more sense when you get to Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Because like the way they talk about things in that when they're talking about the blip and when you get there.
Okay.
But yeah, so along with using that movie, the Echo series as a tax write-off, Bob Iger has said that they are planning on pulling back how much Star Wars and Marvel series they're making.
Oh, thank God.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
We love them, but they were doing too much recently.
And the thing is, like,
too many series.
Yeah, and not just that, they weren't good.
Good. They were not good.
A lot of them weren't good.
They were doing a lot of good stuff, but then they just like with the whole a lot of TV shows, just chill. Like I know the pandemic fucked you guys up, but just relax for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I did read about that.
Yeah.
In good cancellation news, at least.
Oh my God.
This one you actually alluded to earlier. Bad Bunny has pulled out of El Muerto.
Oh.
So Sony has taken it off of their release schedule.
Oh.
So it seems that they're actually going to just cancel it and scrap it and not go through with it.
Can they do that with like everything that they're planning?
Which,
They're becoming the DC of the Spider-Verse now.
yeah, but let them continue their animated Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's really good.
I'm good with that.
We never talked about that movie, huh?
No, we should get to it.
Each.
I have seen that movie 3 times now.
I've only seen it once.
You're fucking up.
I know. I feel sorry.
Did you guys see the images that were currently released of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Deadpool?
No.
No. So they're finally giving Wolverine his yellow costume, like his yellow X-Men costume.
I think that's badass.
It looks super cool.
Yeah.
There have been some scenes. I mean, some pictures released of the sets, and one of them looks like the 20th Century Fox logo, kind of like in pieces. So it's leading people to speculate that what's happening is they're gonna do a version of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, but with the Fox universe. So where he will go and basically because they're bringing Jennifer Garner back as Elektra.
What? No way. And Ben Affleck is gonna.
I don't know about Ben Affleck yet.
That'd be really cool.
But they're talking about having Deadpool just go through and kill off,
like the X-Men.
kill off the X-Men and all of this stuff.
I'm in.
It sounds super cool.
It does sound super cool. Yeah. That's exciting.
I'm so down for that.
That's really. It'd be really interesting. Yeah, I'd watch that. Can't wait.
I mean, we'll see.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
The Deadpool movies aren't part of the DCEU, but you should totally watch them.
They do
okay.
allude to it too, right? Don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a part where he's like, "Well, I don't even know what universe we're in at this point."
Yeah. I think it's really funny when he's like trying to look behind Colossus at a certain point. It's almost like nobody else is here. You know, You're like maybe you guys are just out of the budget for the rest of the characters. Yeah. Negasonic Teenage Warhead is such a randomly interesting character, and it was a new character. Just
Yeah?
saying. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, that's really all the news I got.
Very cool.
So we should bring in the professor so he can teach us a thing or two.
Are you back?
So, Professor Jaime,
Hi.
please tell us.
Who's that Pokemon?
All right. right, this one. Thank you. This week's entry into Jaime's Pokedex is Knockley. Thank you. Wait, you're cheating. I see you doing it with your eyes.
So actually, I was trying to figure out what it was because all I see is a rock.
Interestingly,
it wasn't just me, right?
No, it is.
yeah, that's Knockley. That's the baby version of it. But Knockley, maybe. I don't know if it's either one of those.
Terrible professor.
I would say Knockley is how I would say it. It's the rock salt Pokemon. It's National Pokedex number 932. And guess what type it is, guys?
Rock.
No, it's salt. I'm just joking. No, it's the rock type Pokemon. There's no such thing as salt type, by the way. Thank you. Wow, okay, that worked. All right, it says in Pokemon Scarlet, it was born in a layer of rock salt deep under the earth. The species was particularly treasured in the old days as they would share precious salts. In Pokemon Violet, the ground scrapes its body as it travels, causing it to leave salt behind. Salt is constantly being created and replenished inside of Knockley's body. It involves. Why did I say that? It evolves at level 24 and it becomes Knucklestack. That's what it is, right? Knucklestack. Knucklestack.
Yeah.
It's also the rock salt Pokemon, but it's National Pokedex 933, not 932, just in case.
Good.
Guess what typing this one is?
Rock salt.
Rock.
It's just rock, yeah.
That.
Salt's not a Pokemon type. In Pokemon Scarlet, it says, this Pokemon dry cures its prey by spraying salt all over them. The curing process steals away the water in the prey's body. Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Like jerky.
Yeah. It's salting them to death. In Pokemon Violet, it compresses rock salt inside its body. And shoots out hardened salt pellets with enough force to perforate an iron sheet. Excuse me. Did you guys get that?
No.
Okay. It compresses rock
It sounds
salt.
like it's passing kidney stones.
Yeah, enough for it with
Oh boy, this is gonna take a while.
hardens it. Oh my God.
Wow.
Let me start over.
You got a gas leak in here?
Yes. It compresses
That
rock
heat's really
salt.
getting to you, huh?
Yes, it's warm. It compresses rock salt inside its body and shoots out hardened salt pellets with enough force to perforate an iron sheet. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. And then
Say that 3 times fast.
no, it evolves at level 38 and it becomes Gargonicle, which is that Pokemon right there. Gargonicle. This is also the rock
This
salt.
just looks like the worst version of Gundam.
They say that they created this Pokemon because of
Transformers?
no, that game with that you take like little
Tetris?
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Shaft.
I mean, you see where your mind's at.
Right.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Gargonicle is the rock salt Pokemon as well. It's National Pokedex 934, and this one is what kind of type?
Rock.
Yes, it is rock. It's in Pokemon Scarlet, it says Gargonicle will rub its fingertips together and sprinkle injured Pokemon with salt. That's not how that works. Even severe wounds were promptly healed afterwards. No, that's not how it burns. In Pokemon Violet, it says many Pokemon gather around Gargonicle, hoping to lick its mineral-rich salt.
Okay.
So yes, that was Knockley, Knucklestack, and Gargonicle for you guys. Yay! And this is Alcremie. It's my Alcremie. I don't care what you guys say. But that's it. There's no news about her.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Well, I guess that's our show for today.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything else to add?
No.
No, I'm good.
Sweet. Have a week.
Bye.
Bye.
I just want to take this stuff.